You know that person who never shows up? Always got a reason. Headache, tired. Let's reschedule. But here's what nobody says out loud. They're not flaking on you. They're choosing themselves. If a quiet evening with no plans, no people, and no pressure sounds like heaven to you, stay right here. Because we're getting into the real psychology behind people who genuinely love being home, and why that's not the weakness the world makes it out to be. Let's start with energy. Extroverts plug into other people. The crowd, the noise, the back and forth. That's what fills them up. But for introverts and people who crave solitude, social situations are a slow leak. Even a good night out leaves them running on empty. Home isn't where they hide. It's where they actually recover. Psychologists have a name for this: optimal arousal theory. Every person has a threshold for how much stimulation their brain needs to function well. Some people chase the high. Others just need quiet. Neither is broken. It's just neurology. But it goes deeper than introversion. A lot of people love home because it's the one place they actually feel in control. The outside world doesn't negotiate. It's loud. It's unpredictable. It's full of conversations that go nowhere. But at home, you set the temperature. You control the noise. You decide the pace. For people who carry anxiety or process the world more intensely than others, that's not comfort. That's a basic need. And here's the part that might surprise you. Research shows that people who regularly spend time alone tend to score higher in creativity, self-awareness, and complex thinking. Solitude isn't emptiness. It's where the mind actually does its best work. The idea didn't come from the party. It came from the shower, from the walk, from 1 a.m. when the world finally went quiet. Now, the culture will tell you otherwise. Scroll long enough and you'll believe that happiness looks like rooftops and group photos and being everywhere all the time. But what if none of that is yours? What if your version of a full life looks like a good series, your own space, and nothing on the calendar? That's not something to fix. That's just knowing who you are. Here's the part I won't skip though. For some people, staying home isn't peace. 1. It's avoidance. Anxiety that makes the door feel heavy. Depression that reframes isolation as preference. That version of staying home doesn't recharge you. It slowly shrinks your world. So ask yourself honestly, 1, does being home fill you up, or does it just feel safer than facing something? Because for the ones who genuinely thrive in solitude, it's a completely different experience. It's not about missing out. It's about what you've already found. There's a whole world in the small stuff. On the morning ritual that belongs only to you. The corner of the couch that knows your shape. The late afternoon light that you'd never notice if you were always somewhere else. Psychologists call this low stimulation preference. These aren't people who need the world to hand them something. They've already built something inside that keeps them entertained, grounded, and whole. So if you cancel plans without a guilt spiral, if a free Saturday alone sounds like a reward, if staying in isn't settling, 1, it's what you actually wanted, you're not behind. You're not missing the point. You're just someone who chose depth over distraction and quiet over performance. Drop a comment. Are you genuinely a homebody, or do you think it's something else underneath? And if you want to understand more about how your mind actually works, the next video picks up right where this one ends. Watch it! It connects.